judiciary to be answered. Let me get to the search warrant story, which obviously has come, I would call it not a surprise, because this has become a lifestyle for government. You find many of those decisions being undertaken in oppressive regimes. In oppressive regimes, the police is usually used at all times to gag the media, to reduce the political space, and to also shut up those that are exercising their freedom of expression. The police is used to censor freedom of expression. That is what we are doing to our country. In a police state, police become newsmakers. And it is evident in this country that police have become newsmakers. Instead of chasing criminals that are stealing public funds, they are chasing politicians and those with dissenting views. They are quick at summoning those with dissenting views, but they are slow at bringing to the fore individuals that are associated with corruption. In a corrupt state, police is used to gag the media. No other method can be used. In a police state, in a corrupt state, you use the police to gag the media. Some of these search warrants that we are receiving cannot go without comment, because the motivation is that there is a politician involved. If you look at some of these search warrants there, as much as we understand that it is within the ambit of the law for the police to present a search warrant when they intend to search for particular information. And the search warrant should be very clear on what type of information they are looking for. Perhaps what is worrying is that they want to search all the servers and computers. And yet there is a contradiction within the same search warrant, where they are engaging in what is asking for specific performance, at the same time contradicting themselves that they want to search all the computers, which becomes an infringement on the privacy of an institution. Because if you are asking for particular execution, then via a request or indeed a court order, there can be execution. If you are going to search the whole institution, including all the servers, then it becomes a serious indictment on the freedom of the press in the country. I must also mention that there is a need also to scrutinize individuals that will have to do the search, because we are in this modern age of technology. If they are going to be searching computers, for argument's sake, this is an independent and private media house. And we must be alive to the fact that the police today, because of the way that the police as an institution has been abused, cannot be trusted to do or undertake this type of search, because they are coming mostly with dirty hands asking for equity. Whereas there's a saying that he who comes to equity must come with clean hands. This is the police that has gone to search at a house of a politician, coming out with nothing but clear intimidation. Dr. Nevas Mumba's house as a case in point, coming out with nothing, and they are not ashamed. That's why I'm telling you that in a corrupt state, a state police, the police is used against those with dissenting views. The police is used to gag the media. The police is used to destroy freedom of expression. Let me also mention that this particular search warrant can be debated in the sense that it has been badly written, because it is asking for specific performance, whereas wanting to search all the servers and all the computers, meaning they will have access to information not included in the search warrant, which I believe is a serious omission from the point of law. I must also mention that the international community must follow such a matter closely. They must follow such a matter closely, because it is not only intimidating to the media. We are beginning to intimidate the media houses through political maneuvers, which in itself is an assault on freedom of the press. Now, it of course remains, or rather suffices to mention that it seems all government institutions have collapsed. You talk about the judiciary, there are problems there. Even a person who has never stepped a foot in class can see lawlessness being undertaken. Where a judge can flip-flop, a judge becomes their only judge. They give an order of direction when it would require a full bench to overturn a ruling of a single judge. The judge herself overturns her earlier ruling. Kangaroo courts. You look at the police, it is a circus. You look at the civil service, it's a problem. Look at parliament. You will have the speaker who disallows one person that rises to the point of order on a particular matter, and he disallows one and allows another on the same issue. And this is the situation that we have been engulfed in as a country. I must mention that we are in a political quagmire. And before I end, I must mention that President Edgar Lungu will leave a bad legacy in the manner that he's using the police in the country. We have not had, in a very long time, a situation deteriorating to such levels as it is today in Zambia. Witch hunt of political opponents will only bring more voices on board. That's what government should know. More voices will come on board when you start witch hunting those with dissenting views. Because then there will be a lot of anxiety in the country. But here is the solution to government. Because government is panicking, it can be seen. The idea is to shut up everyone. But unfortunately, more voices will be added. And I don't think the country can allow that. Because our democracy will have collapsed and will have died forever. We cannot afford to lose the peace that we've enjoyed for many, many years. Where in elections, violence must take center stage. When people express themselves, the police is used against them. The solution is that, to government, be smart. That's number one. Number two, do the right thing. When you do the right thing, people will say the right things. Number three, fight corruption genuinely. That is the only way. The next point is that they should stop interfering with certain statutory bodies and allow them to work professionally. The next point is that President Edgar Lungu should not also, including those that are involved within the executive organ of the state, the president should not abuse executive powers because his powers are limited by the constitution. I must also mention that there is a need for an overhaul. We need serious reforms in this country. If at all we love the country and we want the future of this country to be bright. The next point is that we need to give hope to the people of Zambia by fighting corruption and not fighting each other. That is the only solution. And lastly, the police instead should be used to fight criminals like those that are engaged in land encroachment. A church organization is crying because the police are compromised. They can allow cadres to engage in lawlessness. On one hand, they are talking about, adhering to the principles of constitutionalism, including, adherence to the law. On the other hand, they are playing double standards. Cadres are moving about with machetes, cadres are encroaching, and they have been left like that. What type of country are we creating? So, I believe there is more sanity that we can create as a country. We can do better as a country. If only the executive functions can have respect for the rule of law, follow the due process of the law, and allow institutions to work independently. Interference will not help us. We cannot run Zambia the way other countries are running. Zambia should be far ahead democratically because we have had more presidents than in many countries in the region. We have had more presidents than South Africa. We have had more presidents than Malawi. We have had more presidents than Rwanda. We have had more presidents than Congo DR. We must be ahead of this country. If we are going to be having a situation where the president goes to Uganda, he goes to Rwanda, he goes to learn bad manners, brings them into this country, we are sinking our democracy. We are not going to help the situation. There can be a better way of running the economy. There can be a better way of running governance issues. This is what I had for tonight's main news analysis.